Wombats are small marsupials that look like a cross between a bear, a pig, and a gopher. They are built for digging, with short legs, compact heads, short broad feet, and strong claws. Like kangaroos, koalas, and other marsupials, they have a pouch, but a wombat's pouch is backwards, and their poop is cube shaped. Wombats are about as big as a medium sized dog, typically 30 inches long. All wombat species live in Australia and Tasmania in mountains, forests, and grasslands. Their homes are burrows, which consist of many tunnels and sleeping chambers. Some tunnels in a burrow can reach up to 650 feet in length. Some wombats have several separate burrows that they live in throughout the year. Some wombats are social while others are loners. For example, the common wombat spends most of its time alone, while the hairy-nosed wombat can live with up to 12 other wombats in its burrow. A group of wombats is called a mob or colony. All wombats are nocturnal and spend their nights foraging for food or digging. During cold days, some wombats do come out of their burrows to sunbathe and warm up. They do not climb trees like koalas, their nearest relative, but they are good swimmers. Wombats are herbivores, which means they only eat vegetation. Some common meals for a wombat include roots, grasses, scrub, herbs, and bark. They get most of their water from the foods they eat and can live years without drinking water. Wombats have special enzymes in their stomachs to digest tough roughage, but even so, it still takes around 14 days for a wombat to digest a meal. Wombats typically mate during times when food is abundant. If there is a drought and food is not abundant, the wombat will not mate. Male wombats will fight for the right to mate with the female. The coarse-haired wombat will chase a female in circles until she slows down long enough that he can catch her to mate. The female will make a coughing noise as they are chased. A female wombat has a gestation period of around 21 to 30 days. She gives birth to only one young at a time every 2 years. A baby wombat is called a joy at birth. A joy only weighs 2 grams and is about the size of a jelly bean. The joy climbs into its mother's pouch right after birth to finish developing and stays there for around 5 months. A wombat's pouch is backward. It opens toward the bottom instead of towards the chest. This prevents dirt and debris from entering while burrowing. A joy clamps down on its mother's teeth, which helps prevent it from falling out. After 5 months, the joy will climb in and out of its mother's pouch for another few months. Wombats become mature at 1 to 3 years and live 5 to 15 years in the wild and over 20 years in zoos. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, only one type of wombat is endangered. The northern hairy-nosed wombat has gained this distinction because it can only be found in a very small location known as Epping Forest National Park. The quality of that small habitat is also declining due to invasive exotic grasses. There are only 115 northern hairy-nosed wombats left